You should probably go talk to Caretaker. I think she's already got plans for your first mission. I mean, technically you were here first, but don't expect any special treatment. Caretaker will have you mopping the floors and hauling trash whether you're 2 or 200. Caretaker's home for wayward sorcerers, scientists, and slayers. Sounds like something Doctor Strange would come up with. I mean, technically you were here first, but don't expect any special treatment. Caretaker will...
No signs of muscle atrophy. You seem pretty healthy for a reanimated corpse. You sure you're not a time-traveling robot? Did someone give you a cup of coffee at least? I know I'm useless in the morning without a little boost. We could probably have one of these witches or warlocks magic you over a barista. Did someone give you a cup of coffee at least? I know I'm useless in the morning without a little boost. We could probably have one of these witches...
I give it about 5 minutes before Tony starts in with his ye old joke material. Sorry, Hunter. Never should have taken him to medieval times. It's almost impossible to imagine the horror, the atrocities committed on these grounds all those years ago. Then again, we are less than 20 miles from Fenway Park. It's almost impossible to imagine the horror, the atrocities.
I imagine Caretaker will have a hard time putting you at risk so soon after your awakening, but I doubt Lilith will leave her much of a choice. Unfortunately, time is of the essence. Otherwise, I'd gladly offer to walk you through some of the more pivotal events that have changed the world since you last saw it. I imagine Caretaker will have a hard time putting you at risk so...
I wonder if you ever ran into any of my predecessors back in the day. We, tend to stand out. With all these big names in here, maybe we should sell tickets. Ooh, could finally upgrade the TV to 4K.
Power.
With all these big names in here, maybe we should sell tickets.
I too was recruited as a child into a calling of power and violence. So far, it has worked out well for me. At least they don't have me stationed in some musty old dungeon like Strange and Stark.
Big personalities, too.
I think you mean big egos. But none of...
If I were you, I'd probably be looking for a hot shower after spending 300 years in a tomb. Let's see how long you stay above ground this time. Just remember, if it came down to it, your blood would make a mighty fine vintage. Just remember, if it came down to it, your blood would make a mighty fine vintage.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look... older. How long was I in that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were... missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith...
Tony?
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith.
Tony.
That's my name.
Tony. That's, Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the Dragon Mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was... a voice. The rest is hazy.
Oh, a voice. That's it? A voice? That's what we have to go on?
Results of your long crypt sleep, most likely.
A minor inconvenience. Everything required to restore those memories is contained within my sanctum. I will simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail?
Some sorcerer supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
Whoa, what kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges, bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Wanda! The dark force, pushing against the wards. Stephen, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Wanda's in trouble.
Wanda is trouble.
I'll go.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.